Mechs, so
Stream's going live.
Why do I have 118 million sequels?
Uh-oh.
Warning.
if only you could be
Warning.
this rich in
Main
real
bay
life.
doors opening. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times.
Oh, it's all the
Will
change I
begin
get out of the cockpits after the combat. I've just been throwing it in these big jars.
All right. I'm down to low frames again. This snow takes a pretty big hit on my
Hey, sneaky
performance.
snake.
I need a
Hello.
browser based
Hey, Shaky.
snow overlay. Hey, Shaky. We just dropped.
How you doing, guys?
We'll make room for
Good,
you.
mate.
Make
How are
another
you?
glance here in a minute if you want to drop with us.
Is
Ramy's
this a
just got
non-stream
COVID.
session?
No, I'm streaming.
Yeah, I've... Oh, are you?
Oh yeah, I basically stream whenever I play, whether I want to or not.
Oh, it's
But
not my
that doesn't
Twitch.
mean when he streams he's actually playing.
And
Oh, wait, there it is.
it,
Yes, I
it
see it
doesn't
now.
also mean that when I'm playing, I'm actually playing.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, no, I spoke to him this morning. He's been feeling crap for a couple of days. I'll fill you in on the whole Remu situation later, Drax.
I was speaking to him earlier.
I told him to talk to you for a ice
Ice
ferret build.
Yeah, I spoke to him.
Yeah.
Kodo, salute. So, are you going to drop with us, Shaky?
Yeah, I'm just burning in an oven at the moment,
Right.
so I've got nothing to do but sit here and wait.
All right. Well, we just dropped. So, if you want to do a quick drop, jump into one real quickly. Go ahead.
I'll just tool around in the mech lab. I'm not
All
really
right.
precious
You're
about
burning in an oven,
it. Yes, I bought a new oven.
like a gas range or a electric range, or what is it?
It's an induction range. It's got 3 ovens that turn into 4 ovens.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's ridiculous in this kitchen.
Wow.
Oh, send us a pic,
Yep,
mate.
yep.
What
This
brand
is
is
kind
it?
of like a mech because it gets hot and you can. It's a machine and it's metal.
So
You got
Drax, have a look in the Look What I Did channel in my Discord,
Okay.
and you'll see what it looks like in the kitchen, which is yet to be renovated, which is ridiculous.
It's all about the appliances.
Well, this part of the house is getting knocked down, but I wanted the stove first because I've been using a camp stove for like.
Oh, is it a self-washing? Is it a self-washing one?
Nah.
I don't think we call
Oh,
them
wow,
self-washing here in
that-
America. We call them self-cleaning.
Pyrolytic.
Pyrolytic. It sets itself on fire.
Basically, yeah, but you can set it to like 400 degrees Celsius and it burns itself clean from
Oh
the
yeah, that's
inside.
what they do here for self-cleaning ovens.
Yeah.
They basically turn
What?
everything into carbonlicious.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna. I take it you're taking the oven out.
No, it's
when
the
you do all
inside
the
gets that
bashing
hot,
down.
not the outside.
No, I mean,
Oh, when
I'm
he
looking at this
demos the
picture of his
kitchen,
plate.
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I take it you're taking it out when that happens, right?
Yeah, the whole back part of the house is getting demolished and rebuilt, and it'll get moved into a different place.
Shaky bought himself a place with his partner. Was it last year? Into last year?
No, it was only 6 months ago.
6 months, right? Okay.
Um,
Well, that's fun.
well, I just found out yesterday though when it was getting installed that the maximum draw on the oven is 68 amps, and I only get 40 amps supplied from the
Oops.
grid.
From the whole grid or from your...
Yeah.
Well, your whole house needs more than that usually. Most houses here have a minimum 200 amp service. And you don't use all that.
No,
but
we don't.
That's what our panels are usually rated for our master panel. I've got a 200 amp panel with 2, 3, 4 sub panels because I have like a guest house and then a tiny house and
Ooh.
then I have a family room takeoff sub panel too. Oh, and a garage one.
Full disclosure, I don't understand electricity.
Well, if you touch it with your tongue, it hurts. That's the thing you need to know.
Yeah, that's basically what I've used, and that's why I learned not to lick the
Yeah.
PowerPoints.
Drax was trying to get me to.
Target spotted.
He was trying to get me to have a child stick a knife in a wall receptacle the other night.
A child?
It was terrible.
No, you really want a paperclip because that way you can
get
go
in
into
deeper.
the
Yeah.
ground as well. Yeah.
I don't remember exactly the context, but Drax's chosen illustration was shocking a young child. Or having...
No context is
having
needed.
me-
The context applies over many circumstances.
What was he standing
Getting
on
over
here?
here. Got a
Getting
night
hot up
star
there?
over there. Yeah, got a
Oh,
night
he
star
was
up
up
there.
on
He's,
that
he's
thing.
looking our way, man. It's Gauss as well. They're going to rotate back, so we should get out of here. Yeah, they're coming now. Get back out, man. Back out.
Okay. I took a couple shots at him earlier.
There's one over there. He's 7. I mean, we're right with him. Fire starter.
I shot him in the back.
Yeah, I got him too. But we shouldn't hang around here. Yeah, let's back out. They've got a UAV above us. Let's just run. Run, 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 run.
Yep.
Run, 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 run.
This is as run as I run.
Low ground though, dude. Low ground.
I don't want to go either way. I'm all alone over here. Now they're shooting me in the back. I'm in bad shape. This turned out to be a bad situation. Oh, they're all over here to kill me and they're above me.
Heat level critical. Heat level critical.
Set that fire starter back. There was a
Airstrike.
blip somewhere.
Yeah, it's a
Critical.
that Goss guy.
No, no, it was something minor.
Torso critical damage.
Right.
I'm dead. I did 450 damage going out, I guess. That's not terrible.
Artillery strike online.
You did yours.
Man, that was a death-defying moment.
Oh, look.
Center torso critical damage. Heat level critical. New target.
So did you put
got
a
me.
link to the stove in somewhere?
I'll send one to you. Just
Okay,
one
you
second.
just put a Ghostland Spec Ops right above the chat here. I mean, the Discord channel here.
Got it.
Then everybody can see it and ooh and ah appropriately, which is what we're here for.
And again, I need to specify. I've done nothing with
Doesn't
the
matter.
kitchen.
We're there
It
for the
is-
stove. Don't worry about it.
Yep. The kitchen is 70 years old, and I just ripped off a shelf that was
We're just
above
going
it.
to laugh at your stove and ignore the beautiful range. That's that's the way we roll.
That Gauss Mechs there.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Okay, holiday heroes for $20. Which heroes are they? Should I get them? Is that a good deal? Do I want those? Are they good heroes? Do I get to pick? I get to pick 4? Oh my gosh, which 4 should I pick? I can get them for $5. I'm going to spend some holiday money. Somebody help me pick them.
Ooh. Oh, what do you got?
There's a whole bunch of them. They're all, you can pick 4, I guess, for $20. I like laser vomits. I like laser vomits. And I like heavies a lot.
Okay.
So I like my Timberwolf. I like my Hellbringer. And I like them the best. There are some assaults that I kind of like.
Do you have a night year?
I probably do, but I don't
Where
know
was
that I
that
have a
mech
good build
from?
for laser vomit for it.
I don't know. There was something with Gauss. I don't know. Whatever.
Do you have a grasshopper?
I have everything. I don't have all the heroes though.
Okay.
I have
Right.
almost everything. And I like Marauders generally. I do like
2 mechs for 3 for 18 or 4 for 20?
$20. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You have a death strike here.
No. What's a death strike?
Mad Cat Mark II.
Oh, Mad Cat Mark II.
Yeah, you want to.
Let me get out here and I'll look. I don't know if I do. Wait till this match is over, which will be pretty soon. I thought Death Strike was just referring to what happens to me in the game.
No, it's what you do to other people
Doesn't
with
seem
it.
to be the case for me.
Yeah.
I wonder we're doing so well. We've got one disco and one that disarmed.
Yeah, I saw that. It's very strange.
So either we're lucky or they were playing really bad.
Gosh,
Oh, Lance is all
they actually
dead.
put these in
I think we're the ones playing badly.
alphabetical order for a
Wow,
change.
did well. Did 500 damage on the semi-skilled mech. Didn't
Well
bad.
done.
Yeah.
I have a Cyclops slip here already.
I have 3 of those.
They took it out, people.
They were really great until they kind of nerfed them. I had a Splatmere kind of.
Did they nerf them or buff everything
I
else?
think they buffed everything else. Yeah, I don't think they really understand how that works. That if they keep buffing certain mechs, then they have to buff everything else back, or they could debuff the mech a little bit, right? They kind of.
I think it's
go a little
more about
heavy-handed.
changing the meta rather than
Oh right,
keeping it
right.
the same.
Which I guess that's fine, but then it means the mech that I love no longer is a mech I even like because I usually go too far with it. And it feels like that it helps. Maybe it's supposed to level the playing field, but it seems like the really good players, that it doesn't matter for them. They do great in anything. They just switch to the other chassis and do just as well. It's just the rest of us that lose
Yeah.
out while they still do great. I'm looking at you, McFish.
I put the link up in your Ghost Lynch.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. Are you going to have a little more headroom above it when you get done with the kitchen remodel?
The kitchen's not even going to be there. Where the kitchen is going to be our
Oh, so you're
ensuite.
gonna
We're
end up-
building a whole
You're going to
extension.
end up moving it completely.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh no.
So it has 3 ovens, or you said it can even have more?
It's got 3, but it converts into 4.
How does it convert into the 4th? Where does that happen? On the right?
You see the vertical one on the right hand side?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a splitter that goes in there.
Okay. Wow.
How are we losing this now?
I don't know. We
Wow.
were doing well.
We were up to so many.
Yeah, weren't we up by like 4?
We've got a DC still, don't we? He's red CT, dude.
Language.
Gosh,
Gosh darn it, Collie
Kevin.
G.
gee whiz.
Melted milk balls.
Didums.
Frustrated Drax is one of my favorite things in the
I
world.
know.
Last one's a sniper, Night Star.
It's hard to feel sorry for Drax when he gets frustrated because it makes us happy.
He's Gauss as well, man.
Don't feel sorry for him. It just encourages
I
him.
know, it just makes us happy. It makes us laugh.
Look, we're up. You can just hide if you want to. It's 4 minutes.
Yeah, don't go towards him where he can shoot you because he will.
So he has to do something. We don't. It's 4 minutes of our lives. I don't care. Or you could attack him like the green guy is. And
You
then
could distract him so the green
score,
guy
and
can
then
get
they
a
win
shot at him
because
too.
Blah 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 blah.
Oh, you could do that.
There you go. Nothing wrong with
You'd be
Lerman.
better off sharing armor.
That's big brain
with Darrow.
right there. That's big brain right there. If you maintain a lock, our Lerman can Lerman, dude.
Get back in there.
If you press R on him, the Luma can loom in. Or you could die.
No,
One or the other.
yeah.
All good.
I mean, I reckon they should sort of waited and we should have had the game in 4 minutes. Whatever.
That guy stayed over there the whole game, I think. He
Yeah, it did.
initially shot me and took 5 points of armor off me.
Well, Coulsor and I were on him for a little bit, and then it just became hot, so we decided to get out of there.
Oh, Mech of Death. Grumsif. All right. I've got a bunch to do for Corsair first. I need to get in. A Piranha, is that right,
That's
Corsair?
all right. That's all right. You can do his.
No, I don't mind doing yours. You've got
It's 2 days late.
You got them stacked up though. I want to do a couple at least. So you got to choose a mech for me to die in, and you got to give me the build and the skills, or you can let me pick one of the ones I've already got built within that similar chassis. That's fine too. If we both want to be lazy, I'm going to die in either case. It doesn't really. It's not like you increase my odds of dying by picking a mech I don't know. I'm perfectly capable of maximizing the death experience in a mech I'm very familiar with.
Hey,
I'm
I
just-
wager
I'm just that
a
good.
Mech of Death on Dutch channel that the Kintaro will pick too much and get offed.
Yeah, what do you mean wait?
Like
How do you
golf?
wager a mech of death? You have to like pay for a mech of death
Yeah,
with points.
yeah.
But
I got plenty.
Let somebody random pick of your.
oh, I
Megadeth.
see. You could do that. Oh, he's not going to be happy now. He's going to shoot you. I have. Oh, yep. Oh, go get him. Go get him. There you go.
He's not going to get
No.
lock on.
Nope.
He could move and get a lock on like that. There you go. There you go. Stay behind the tree if you're going to do that, buddy.
No, well, he has to have some
Yeah.
kind of lock on.
But he
That's
can't
what I
just
missed
stand
as
out
well.
there and let him shoot him. He's got to move, so it's a hard.
No.
He can't just stand still like he's doing.
Have you got a missile bolt, the Dark?
I have. I do. I just don't know which one it is. I do have some missile boats. I'm terrible in them. I have some MRM boats that I'm better in.
Ooh. What do you have as MRM boats?
Well, you sound excited like better means something. It just means it not as horrible. I have a yeah, I didn't mean to oversell. And better in. No, it's not really the
Too
right
late.
word. Better is not the right word. Less bad.
I got 1,200 damage. Wow. Who's manual? I didn't even see
I have a
that.
Marauder that's full of MRMs, and I have something Fish gave me that's got a lot of MRMs. It's got the short arc ones, low arc ones.
Oh, the ATMs.
Yes. Well,
Do you have an Orion V?
I have an Orion. I'll go look. Hang on. All right. Got any missile boats, Archer, etc. I do probably have an Archer. I don't know if I've ever played my Archer, so I don't know if I have it built out. I only play Mechwarrior 5 on console, not Mechwarrior so online, so I don't really know what all mechs there are. Oh, well, I have way too many mechs, and so many mechs in so little time syndrome. And I'm really bad in a lot of them because I don't play them enough, the different kinds. So I'll go show what I got. Here we go. Stand by. Going to the mech lab. Going to the mech lab, and I'm gonna get married. So if I look at just the heavies, right? I've got I have 374 mechs, and I have archers and black knights and catapults and crusaders and dragons. A couple dragons is all. Some ebon jags, quite a few of those. Grasshoppers. I've got hellfires and hellbringers and Jager mechs, linebacker, mad dogs, few, quite a few actually. Marauders, I got a full deck of Marauders, and some Nova Cats, and some. What else do I have here? There's an Orion onion. I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Orions. 8. I have a lot of Orions.
I left the group so you can get Snake.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, you go for it, man. I'm just hanging
I've
around.
got riflemen
I already
and
left the group.
summoners and thunderbolts and sun spiders and timberwolves, which I like. Warhammers. Those are heavies. And I've got some.
I just
Hey,
sent you a,
Drac, I've got a question.
I just sent you a build for your Orion V to try if you like a missile.
Is that
boat.
I don't like
Emma-
like missile boats.
It's MRMs.
Oh, okay. I don't
You'll
really
be
like
fine.
those either, but because I'm not very good at them. But I'll try it. So which one? The Orion
It's the Orion V.
V. Do I have a V?
In a sphere. Yeah, you do.
I see a B, a C, an SK, an A, an O.
They're clan ones. You want the inner sphere ones.
I've got both showing. I don't. Oh, the VA and the V. So it's the V.
The V.
All right. Oops, keep popping up the wrong screen here. All right, and you sent it as a direct message? Or
I certainly did.
oh, hang on. Oops. Okay. I'm not seeing. Oh, maybe it's up here. I'm not seeing it. You did it.
I'll dump it in your Twitch
You
chat.
did it in Discord, right? Or did you do it? Oh, you did it in.
Yep.
Let's go.
I dumped it
I'll
in
go
your
off
Twitch
here.
chat, but it's in your Discord.
Let me go back to Twitch chat. Okay, do you have skills for it? There's the bill. Copy.
Uno momento, por favor.
Muy bueno burrito taco.
Mm.
I speak several other languages also, like
Fluent gibberish.
like pasta and rigatoni, a little bit of Italian,
see.
a little bit of
Garlic bread.
yes, and I speak a little bit of Japanese. I can say Osaka and Yamaha and Suzuki. And
Osaka's pretty cool if you've ever been there.
I have not been there. No, I've not. But I like chicken Osaka from the mustard seed in Spokane, Washington. All right, did I pick this mech? I guess I did. Loadout. Here we go. Import. Lots of MRM40s. Okay, save. And go into the skill tree. Bump-a-dum, bump-a-dum-ba-dum. Dome Argrato, Mr. Roboto. That's from a song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the
All right,
skills.
thank you.
Only 3 ton of ammo for that Orion.
Yeah, have a look at the alpha though.
Yeah, he'll cook himself.
Nah, he'll be fine. It's fine. It's not a problem.
I am known as Doctor Loves to shut down.
No, just hit the override button. You're fine.
Oh yeah, famous last words. You haven't watched me play enough, obviously. How many?
I know. I've watched it. 91.
Looks like I've already got some skills, but that's okay. We'll do that. All right, there's that. What do you use for consumables? Anything? Cool shots or anything?
I'd suggest a couple of cool shots.
Oh, I
They'll probably
can't.
do for
They're already
do
in
well.
there. Interesting. I must have run this before.
As a general rule, I run 2 cool shots and 2 arty strikes,
Yeah.
but generally you don't really need the arty strikes anymore.
I don't normally use them because I forget. Okay, here we go. It's an ugly color. We're just going to leave that for now. And I'll send you an invite so you can watch me die up close and personal. Like,
I'll die with you.
I'm guessing that will not be quite as you're expecting. You'll die after me, maybe. Okay. Corsair, you ready?
Just a second.
Right.
I'm still on the group thing.
Jackie,
Okay,
I'm watching the
I'm ready.
first week summary of the Robodeck Royal Commission.
Of the what?
Oh, really?
Pretty crazy.
The
So in Australia,
Three,
we had
2, 1.
okay,
Drop.
hold on.
Go ahead.
In Australia, we had a thing called Robodeck, which was initially an invention of one party, federal party, that was in government to recoup some
Are you
money.
saying Robo or Rovo?
It's called Robo, B-O.
Okay.
And
I
it
mean-
essentially averaged out someone's monthly income whilst they were receiving a benefit for being unemployed. And when they were coming back into work, you're still sort of entitled to a small amount of income and a small amount of support, financial support from the government. And it's meant to be calculated thoroughly and all this kind of stuff. But one government got in and basically put what was already there on steroids. And it cost lives. People committed suicide over it. And it also took a lot of people's money away because it averaged out across a year. Like, it forecasted what you would potentially be earning in that year and then decided what you then owed them, even though you might have only worked a few months or like 4 months or something like that. It's all very convoluted.
You mean
but
so you had to pay back what you had gotten, basically?
Oh, yeah.
When you got
Yep.
a job?
paid back what they say you had gotten, even though you hadn't gotten
And
it.
you might not have gotten a job that paid as much either.
That's right, or lasted in that job. So there's a
Right.
whole lot of misconduct, and essentially it was illegal, and the government knew it, but they did it
And
anyway.
they did it anyway. That's kind of how some of our laws get put in.
Well, luckily for us, Labor's back in power, and they've launched a royal commission into it because our previous prime minister was heavily involved in it.
Prime
And-
Minister / Foreign Minister / Treasurer / Housing Minister.
It doesn't even begin. Doesn't even begin to describe. He basically turned Australia into a dictatorship. Essentially, that's what he was setting up as a dictatorship. Like, the Liberal government has a lot to answer for, but unfortunately, the Royal Commission's being set up for that. This isn't going to really do much. But anyway, they're now doing a commission on this thing called Robodebt. It's all starting to come out, and this is where I will say thank God, because we've had, you know how you complain about some of your politicians?
Yeah.
Essentially, our Liberal Party, which is kind of the Conservative Party in this country,
Yeah, they would align closely to Republicans, even though they're
they're
called
not.
Liberal and they're blue.
and they're not, and you wouldn't consider them Republicans, but that's often how they get described, simply because they are the more conservative side. They have been, this last particular bunch have been
Sorry.
so
Inept.
criminal, unethical, immoral in their conduct from top down. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff they may end up getting away with.
So, okay, let's back up. So your Liberal Party is fiscally conservative or morally conservative or just immoral?
They're not. They're actually
they're
cheaters?
fiscally conservative and morally reprehensible.
They're not. There's a lot of mischaracterization of both parties. Essentially, when you do a study, and there has been studies done of what Liberal and Labor does to the economy, like over the past 20 years, the only real difference is that under Liberals you end up getting a massive wage gap. So that is, you get this the bottom end of the population loses out. They don't get their increases in wage compared to the top end. Under Labor, it all kind of works out the same economically, but both have different reputations in it regardless. So both basically, Liberals are meant to be these conservative.
So, okay, do you have
better experts on running the government, but they're not. The history has demonstrated that they're simply not.
Okay, also, do you have two parties like Labor and?
So we don't
Liberal,
have
or
a
do you have
two-party
conservative
system.
and Liberal and Labor?
We don't have two-party system. We've got multi-party system. So even though there essentially are two main parties, Liberal and Labor, you can have other parties.
Did I just shoot a friend? I'm sorry.
You can have other parties. So we've got, for example, the Greens, and we've got a few independent parties as well. But to form government, you have to own a certain amount of seats, and that's why we end up having either Labor in power or Liberals in power.
Okay. You shouldn't be explaining this while I'm trying to stay alive, but okay.
We've lost half our force.
I'm down.
Any more soldiers?
Well, I'm certainly not hitting anything.
We're taking critical losses.
No.
We need you to pull through.
I'm just dead.
This is
Just not very good with MRMs either. I think when I first started playing this and they had the Jenner Oxide, I was pretty good with that for a while, but then I kind of stopped playing it and then they nerfed it or buffed everything else or something.
Oh, they rescaled it, so then it became massive.
It should never have been massive, though. It's a Jenner. Why did they rescale it?
Wow.
Isn't it like a 20-ton, 25-ton mech? 30-ton, maybe?
30?
Is it 35? What, has it always been that heavy?
I think the weight hasn't changed.
They just made it really tall and big.
Oof.
that was savage. Sorry, I was too busy talking and getting angry about the Liberal Party.
I know that I've
Rightfully
heard that in
so,
Europe
mind
the
you.
Liberal Party is more like the Conservative Party, but it doesn't seem like they really line up even then as far as what they are.
Well, you can't compare them because look, your Republican Party represents far more people, and it has a larger umbrella. Liberal parties, they tend to be people who have religion. They tend to be people who are wealthy. They tend to represent big end of town business.
So why are they called
liberal
though over there instead of like over here? They would be.
Well,
you
guys,
how did that get switched around?
You guys butchered the English language a long time ago. So liberals doesn't mean liberal. Like the way you guys refer to liberal isn't the way like the rest of the world refers.
What's wrong with
you guys?
them?
Have got some odd. Well, they're not American.
I see.
Clearly.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it goes beyond that, but anyway.
Well, it's hard to imagine that another country would have dirty politicians. I mean, that comes as a shock.
Yeah.
Corsair, are you ready?
But if you think that Robodebt stuff is bad, wait until they get into the NDIS, or that's going to get.
Oh, that's so
We're
bad.
just green if you want.
And it
That
just
is-
can't. It's our health. It's a replacement of a health system we had.
It's a national disability insurance scheme.
So
And
it's kind of
been
it's
rorted
different than
to
Social Security,
die.
but somewhat similar.
Yeah, it is.
We have
it's-
Medicare. We
like
have
Medicare,
Social
yeah.
Security, but no, NDIS was for specifically a target cohort, and it's a large cohort, and it's a big umbrella, but they rorted the hell out of it.
It's $100 billion a year reward. It's insane.
Oh gosh.
And this is all under the supposed Liberal Party, who are meant to be the fiscally responsible party, blah 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 blah. But they've just been so corrupt. and so unethical. And it's kind of built on 9 years of being in power, but the last 4 by this muppet called Morrison. It's just, and he's been censured for it. He's recently got. We very rarely censor our politicians, but this one got censored for it. And the Liberal Party, who was in the opposition right now, there's only one of them that basically agreed with the censure.
Corsair,
That's how-
did
honestly-
you want to sync drop?
Yeah. I'm sorry, say
Sync
again?
drop? Did you want to sync drop? Right.
I'm still in
Okay,
the match.
let me know when you're out. Keep going, guys.
The best thing that Scott Morrison ever did was in 1997 at McDonald's in Engadine.
He failed up. He essentially is
That's
a perfect
the
example
thing,
of failing
right?
up.
We get these people that they can't run a business unless they destroy it, and they go into politics, and they fail, but they keep moving up because the thing they're good at is schmoozing.
Well, he didn't fail he didn't fail in private business. He failed in government. He failed
Right.
up
I
in
mean,
government.
they
So he
failed going
failed
that way too.
in tourism, New Zealand, and sued. He failed in Australia tourism and sued. They just kept on getting promoted. It was ridiculous.
Imagine how bad everybody else was.
Right. Like he's our best candidate.
Yeah,
And he's really
that
He
guy.
could run the government from behind bars and then do time and serve at the same time.
And literally all of the government. And I don't think he could have run it from behind bars because I think he was also sworn in as Attorney
Oh.
General.
See, the problem with our politics over here is that I don't actually lean into Labor or Liberal. I find Liberals basically become corrupt straight out of the gate as soon as they take office. Labor takes it probably 4 to 6 years before you start smelling some stink. Something,
Which means it's
with
got to
some of
start
their individuals
sooner
going
than that,
really
but you
bad.
don't start seeing it coming out.
You don't really start seeing it, but
I challenged that point by who was the last Labor Prime Minister to serve out a full term that they were elected to?
Hawke.
No, he didn't. He got knifed by Keating.
Yeah, but he had a full term. He had several full terms, didn't he? He had a full term. It was only the second term or third term that he got. It was his third term that he got knocked. And then there was a
could be
private
right,
agreement
but
for him to step down, and he didn't. So that's
At
why
best,
he
that
got
was like 1991, though, right?
Yeah. So the problem with our politics is that party dictates the leader, and there's been in the last 20 years, probably 15 years, you vote for someone to be prime minister and their party to lead, and at some
It's one
point
branch of government as opposed to 3.
they get knifed, and you end up with someone else who you don't even like.
Oh, weird. Well, we vote for people that we don't like, and then one of them gets elected too, because it's all they're the
Yeah,
only
we-
candidates they'll give us to vote for.
You're
and
first to the
nobody
post.
likes
We're-
them.
we're not
We're
first
all
to the
like,
post.
we don't want him. We don't want
Yeah.
the other one either.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we want Kanye West.
Right. Is he running? Did he decide to run?
Yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
Well, you've had movie stars get into power
Ronald
before.
Reagan
I mean,
was
it's
actually a
not
pretty
that
good
ridiculous.
president.
Essentially,
Not-
politicians are a popularity vote. That's all they are.
We haven't had them come out and say they hate Jews and they think Hitler was a pretty good guy.
So you
And
finally
that's
got
what
an
he-
honest
Is that what that guy
runner.
said? I
You
don't
finally
listen
got
to
someone
this
who's
stuff at
honest.
all. That-
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but you finally got someone who's honest.
Yeah, at least they're honest,
You
right?
know?
So that it's an easier vote. No.
You can tell who they hate. Okay, well, thank you for letting us know. Now we don't get to
Yeah.
vote for you because we won't.
Yeah.
Well, again, having said that, though, I know who this guy hates. I don't know who the other guy hates.
Yeah.
And in some cases, I don't think the other guy know who he hates either. I don't think he knows his own name.
Is Kanye running as a Republican?
He's
Yeah. What's right of Republican?
You go far. You could go far right. Far right. So the far right.
Far
There's
right.
some craziness going
Yeah.
on, just like at the far left. There's some craziness going on.
I'm green.
I would vote. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
It's a pity that you have a two-party system because there's
Yeah.
so much in between.
Well,
that would
most
actually
people
be a coherent
Yeah,
message.
I think
and
most
unfortunately,
people
I
would
get a
settle
coherent
for
message.
somebody on the other side if they weren't too far extreme, right? If
A moderate
yeah,
centralist. It just doesn't exist.
Well,
and part of that is because of gerrymandering, right?
Yeah.
Because whenever they gerrymander, there's only a handful of states that are actually contestable. So people need to be further left or further right of whoever's in there.
I didn't launch for some reason. Go ahead. Now I did.
I think our what's unfortunate is that our bicameral system has become a bipolar system.
Yeah, and it's become super adversarial, and people are focusing on where they differ instead of looking for ways they are similar, and everything's just cranked up like I've never seen it. It's just ridiculous.
But do you think, like, I feel like for our country, and I get the sense it's also America, the media has a lot to do with
Oh, yes.
a huge amount to do with
and
it.
it's not just now legacy media; it's now also what's on the internet these days too.
Well, what's on the internet is a
like-
knee-jerk reaction to what the mainstream media has done. So it's like,
no, I
and
think they drive. I think they drive things now because the media often refers to stories by looking at what's trending.
yeah, but the right media
again,
does
they
the same
do.
thing. It's just they're
Because all of that comes back to the way the Google algorithm works. The number of links on the web page to certain words are what's relevant, and what's relevant drives what the conversation is.
well, and it's worse than that. Google's algorithms are designed to keep you clicking, and the way they keep you clicking, in many cases, especially with politics, is if you start out going down the road as looking for a right-wing conspiracy, it will take you further and further and further down that hole. And if you look for a left-wing conspiracy, it'll take you further and further down that hole. But it doesn't take you anywhere to where anybody has found the middle or moderated their facts. So you just get a deeper hole no matter which side you go down, and it feeds your fear, feeds your anger,
Doc, I'll give
feeds your frustration, and it feeds your imbalanced view of where reality really is.
I'll give you an example in Australia. What's happened recently? We also had a state election in Victoria, which is one of our main states. It's
where I
the
live.
best city. Got probably one of the best cities in the country, right? Melbourne. And they were predicting. It's currently held by a Labor person, and they were predicting that he might lead a minority government, but probably get voted out. That's the message that the media was constantly feeding. And it's because most of our media is ruled by one paper called The Australian, and most of our media is dominated by a man called Murdoch, which you would know because he also is over there in America
He owns
as well.
Fox. Yep.
Yeah, and so one of the things that happens in our country is politicians are so scared of that particular individual. He has so much power here to dictate the message, what gets actually listened to and heard. It's slowly changing, maybe because he's getting older or whatnot. But clearly, what happened as a result, like, it wasn't a minority. The Labor actually clearly won a majority and quite successfully won a majority. And so the pollsters to the media, it's almost like they're colluding to make sure that the average voter here
that happens here too.
Probably going to lose.
Yeah, it's really frustrating.
And that's what's nasty about the way our society is run.
That's why we used to have cross-media ownership laws, which got repealed.
Yeah.
Because it means that they could push the same message across print, across television, and across radio in the same city.
Well, a lot of media looks to one paper. Like, so essentially your written media writes the script for everything. So your newspapers who actually do the research, because they've still got funding for that kind of stuff.
Well, most of them don't.
They're literally writing the
does.
script.
That's about it.
For TV.
Reuters, sorry.
Well, we have a paper called The Australian. Essentially, if you read The Australian today, the stories on TV tomorrow will be those stories.
Right. And that's because the reporters are lazy and they don't have the budget. No, it's both. There's both.
No.
There's definitely, I think, both.
Written media always dictates the script.
Right, but if you go to newspapers here in Eugene, which has gone out of business, all but gone out of business now.
Are you in Oregon?
Yeah, in Oregon. Register Guard. They're
cool.
down to like 10 pages. They used to be 160 on a Sunday. Now they're down to 10 with ads.
I wouldn't be surprised if Murdoch has his hand in that, because, like, for example,
no,
Murdoch
it's
in this
locally
country
owned.
Until
they just recently sold it. But my point is that they would take a lot of Reuters, whatever. They would take a lot of Reuters articles and bring them in without doing their own articles, but they would also do their local stuff. Now they don't do local stuff hardly at all.
Oh, yeah, is it all Reuters or is it Associated Press as well?
Well,
normally
that's
those
the
are
other
two
one.
big ones that they buy stuff
that's
in
the other
from.
one.
But
Yeah.
what I'm talking about is your video media, so your TV
Oh, yeah.
and anything else.
Those
right,
distribute stories down the line too. Yeah.
takes their stories from I would assert takes their stories from written media, because typically
Yeah.
written media is the ones that write the script, and next day you'll see.
Yeah,
some
that
mention
absolutely
in-
does happen.
in-
But we do have some local reporting with local stories, at least. Still, shockingly.
we
There
have that
is
here.
One,
Sorry,
there is one nationwide company in the US that owns a whole bunch of local media stations. Let me look it up.
What it's called.
I know. Yeah, but they
Like even
do
radio,
own that,
even-
and they skew right.
even
Yeah, but
radio
even if the
follows
ownership
written
is
media.
skewed right, most of the reporters skew left. So, like, if you go up to any of our stations, if you go up to
Interesting.
any of our stations and talk to any of the reporters, they are almost all left and far left. You won't find right, unless it's the weatherman. He might be.
Well,
right.
we've got a smaller grouping here, so it doesn't happen like that. They
And I think
basically toe the line.
that's common. Like, I remember I had a brother-in-law, and he married. He was in news for a while, and his wife was in news for a while. Both extremely liberal, and both constantly complaining about the right bias of the media ownership. But everything their station put out was far left or left.
Well,
Right.
the interesting part about that is the very subjective
And they're
point
and
of
they're
where
not just their
center
TV
is.
station. They weren't TV. They were print. Sorry.
That's a good point.
What do you say? What did you say again? Sorry.
It's all about where the subjective view of center is.
Well, I'm fairly moderate, so I have a better chance of finding where that is than some people who are far left or far right. I can.
subjective,
Oh, of course it is, but I can recognize a right-leaning article and a left-leaning article pretty easily. And my dad,
Recognition is the key.
yeah. So, and they would, they would write, and all their peers would write very liberal, left-leaning perspectives and viewpoints and tone and just how they did a take on the story and what they emphasized and what they tried to communicate. It all was left-leaning, and there wasn't another paper outlet here in our side of town that offered anything else, but they were complaining because the ownership, the Baker family, was fairly conservative. Well, they'd owned it since 50 years, probably 100 years, I don't know, forever. And yes, they were conservative. They didn't tell them what to write, and they published what they wrote. So you can say that it's a conservative paper, but it obviously wasn't. All you had to do is read the articles to know.
We got 3 flanking Bravo 3.
It looks like they've all gone right before, guys.
They're going, yeah, they're hard NASCAR, hard NASCAR.
Hard NASCAR, guys. Work your way back, please.
Yep, Charlie 3 behind us. And below.
I'm not sure where I should be going at this point.
Target spotted.
I'm pretty sure wherever I go, I'm about to die.
Target acquired.
Well, no, they're all C3.
Spotted.
Heat level critical.
Yeah, that's where Drax tells me to go, is C3. They're going to shut down.
No, I'm not telling you to go C3. I'm not telling you to go.
Just telling you where they are.
I thought you were telling me to go to C3 like Hellbringer does.
Heat level critical.
I mean, if you can, that'd be awesome, because I need some armor.
I'll be dead before that happens, I think.
Critical damage.
Actually done nothing.
Level critical.
Oh, I'm just so hot. I guess I should use my cool shot maybe, huh?
I'm with you, Kodo.
Airstrike.
Target spotted.
Somebody killed me. Finally
Don't get
started using it.
1 to 3.
reasonably.
Jesus, what's happening?
Well, yeah.
Artillery
Usually
strike
happens.
online.
They've all gone low.
Target destroyed.
Yep.
New target.
Ah! Every time I'm trying to get a line on a mech, I don't have a line on a mech. He moves. Here we go.
Target destroyed.
25% of the enemies are
Artillery
eliminated.
strike on. Airstrike.
I got dinner.
Artillery strike online.
Oh, 6 ER larges and a stalker. I see what you're doing there.
Target spotted.
Terrible burn.
Target spotted.
You're clipping the edge there nicely, though.
Yep.
You know, carve a little bit out of the way, and you'll be able to hit him next time. Most of those are pretty high
Target acquired.
point locations,
Heat
though,
level
so
critical.
fortunately you're not
Doing.
diving them all in.
Override shutdown. Heat level critical. Artillery strike online. Center torso critical damage. Override shutdown.
We've lost half our force.
I just hate that.
Any more soldiers?
I thought it was open CT.
I didn't look at his CT much. I was just watching you.
His CT was open. It was open in yellow, and I thought I hit 5 ER large on it, but
Looked like it was kind
No.
of below the belt. Might have not all gone to where it needed it.
well,
He obviously was not cooperative. I'm going to blame him.
I'm certainly not what I used to
There's
do.
a mech above us.
Target acquired. Heat level critical. Warning incoming missile. Target destroyed.
Kill.
Keep
Heat
pushing.
level critical. Target
I
acquired.
don't know if we're going to win this or not.
Does anybody want in on the next game?
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
Drax is leaving.
I've got to duck out as well. I need to
Oh, well.
pay
fine.
attention to this oven.
Why do you have to burn it in?
You're supposed to, when you first get them, crank the heat up to maximum and leave it for like an hour because it burns off any oil or protective coatings they put on there.
Oh,
Otherwise, it smells like plastic.
we didn't. Ours is a Viking gas range, and it's. I don't think we had to do that.
Torso critical damage.
Yeah, there's nothing in the manual that says that you need to do it with this, but I can smell it
Yeah, and you
as
don't
well.
want that to go on in the food.
Left arm destroyed.
No.
It's one thing to get a smoky
MRM
hickory
destroyed.
flavor. It's another to get a smoky petroleum byproduct flavor.
I mean, honestly, I think I prefer the petroleum, right?
I don't know. Hickory's pretty good on a lot of smoked
Artillery
things.
strike online.
Yeah, but a good 98 Ron. Delicious.
9-9.
Yeah, I'm fighting for it.
Looks like you're missing part of your mech, but you've still got your weapons, so that's good.
Oh, a shadow cat with a single ghost rifle. Oh,
Oh no.
it's so douchey, but I love
Damn,
it.
Drax, 5 kills. I'm proud of you.
New target acquired.
I'll die here now.
Don't die, just kill him. That's all you have to do.
Mad Cat will get me.
Left arm
Good shot.
critical damage.
Uh-oh, there's no place to hide there.
If you want to drop down, that supernova is wide open on both
In
torsos.
fact, you've only got 5 kills.
Charlie
you should get
3.
this guy.
Flag critical damage.
Where is he?
He's downstairs-ish. Supernova, he's open both torsos. Delta 3, Charlie 3-ish.
What's wrong for Shadow Cat to have two ERPPCs? You know? Single dust
what's-
rifle, baby, scratch paint.
Both are on high ground fighting him.
And 50 tons of ammo, but they can't see where the shots are coming from.
Sure.
I mean, it's trash, but I can see the point.
But it's a win more mech. Doesn't turn the tank by itself.
We're upstairs.
Hey, Hatchburger. Welcome to stream. Sorry I wasn't watching the chat over there.
Y'all got this.
A little Pop-Tart action there.
They drop down. They drop down. Alpha, Alpha.
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
you think you did your part.
I mean, I can only
Yeah,
do so much. Sorry, guys.
Carry harder.
If you don't carry harder, we're not going to let you play with us next time.
Yeah.
I'm happy
What
to
gives
you need to level up.
FCP comes to the party. I've got.
Got dinner, guys. I gotta
All
go.
right, thanks for the drop, guys.
Okay.
Kick me out. Can someone do a
Good night, Jack.
screenshot of this? Shaky, can you do a
Good
screenshot
night.
of this and put it in your channel? I want to see what it was.
Yeah,
How'd you
sure.
go?
Target destroyed.
Oh, there's another kill. Nice shot.
Acquired.
Ooh, that was a good shot. He's got 25 rounds of Gauss left to get 2 mechs. That's not necessarily gonna cut it. Might. Gets good shots in.
Good shit. One more.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%.
Both the other mechs are ultra short range, so we should be pushing the perimeter.
Gauss ammo at
There you go.
25%.
Another back shot or two, and you'll have him. Oh, he's gonna sit there. He's in a bad spot.
Hit the CT, bro. Ah.
There you go.
– 17 rounds, bro.
I think he knows.
He's gonna get him.
Right
Oh, this is
flank
Bosine. He's a good
critical
player.
damage.
He'll get him. He's patient. He's a good shot.
Don't think he needs the advanced zoom, though.
He doesn't always use it. He's always fun to watch because he's good.
Where's the other mech?
Our guy over there.
Ah. Ah, it's the DC. Okay.
Starting to run out of time.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at
He didn't quite get up the lip
0%.
there. That's unfortunate.
Well, we win on time.
On your right.
Oh, he jumped down again. Is there a shot there? Nope.
Ooh, he's got your legs dialed in.
Left leg destroyed.
Ah, I hate when that happens.
Oh no. Oh no.
Fuel 25%.
Oh, this is going to time out if he loses this.
Warning, incoming missile.
Oh man.
Oh, he's one shot. He's one shot on the torso.
Target.
Oh my gosh.
Got it.
Good work, you guys. Oh my gosh. Looks like Drax and Bocine pretty much did the whole match here.
9 kills total.
I certainly didn't help. 701 and 5 kills. Wow.
I've taken that screenshot and then I've just lost it. So.
I can maybe do it.
No, don't do it. It'll encourage him.
He can see it on the stream
Ah.
if he's really, serious about taking the bragging rights. Bocine still beat him on points though, so remember that, Drax.
And he's generally a better player, right?
Bocine?
Oh, absolutely. Better than Drax.
Oh yeah, I mean, if
And probably a better
I was
person.
going to make a list of the players that are better than Drax, well, I mean, my stream has to be curtailed or goes. I mean, it would just take too long to list the people because I can't
I
think of
need
anybody,
to
but I'm
bail
sure
out.
there's somebody on the list.
Thank you very much for the drops, though. I do
Oh, thank
appreciate
you.
it, guys. Have yourselves a great
Yeah,
night.
thank you.
And you.
Good night.
See you later.
Okay.
Good day.
Corsair, you need to get back in here. I guess I'll bump Drax. And Hellbringer, I got a slot for you.
He's not in
Oh.
game.
So much for that idea. We'll just drop then. Padam! What time is it? How are we doing for time? I got a little bit of time left.
50.
I should probably get in.
About 10 minutes. I'll join you
I was
guys.
going to quit in about 10 minutes. Can't you get in a little sooner?
Bringer!
I was just about to go to the
Okay.
bathroom. But if you're going to quit,
I'm starting to get a little concerned that you coming onto my stream always makes you have to go to the bathroom, either to throw up or, I don't know what it is, but I must be having some detrimental health side effect to you.
There are definitely
Yeah.
triggers. Because, like, every time my son talks to my ex-wife, he has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, what is that? I gotta go to the
And
bathroom.
Yeah, I gotta go poop.
Howdy, Panzer. Let's see. I'll clip it and send it to him. Actually, I think I can clip. I don't have the option. Oh, yes, I do. Oh. Let's see. Okay, Hashburger. I didn't get all your Hashburger. So I find myself more sympathetic to the left labor instead of the left liberal nowadays compared to the 2000s. Someone like Hakeem Jeffries is essentially problematic because he's very old, hat critical, invites ire, and is not adjusted to labor progressives existing in the Dem party now. Sorry for the big paragraph. It's okay. It's all politics. I'm just going to go. It's going to scroll off my stream here soon.
Hakeem
I have no idea who
Jeffries
that
is old.
I don't know who that is. I don't follow politics too closely because it makes me have to go to the bathroom and throw up. You're good. I do political surveys, so I like to hear and interject sometimes. Ooh, there it is. Drax and Bocine carrying. Nice.
Hakeem Jeffries is probably going to be the next Democrat leader after Pelosi.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is Pelosi out? Is that right?
She's stepping down from
But
leadership.
did they? I don't remember who.
The top three are stepping down from leadership.
Thank goodness. I feel like they're pretty darn old. I don't have any problem with people that are old being in leadership. I just want to make sure they're sharp, right? And if they're not, then I don't really want them there. I don't remember if the Democrats, did they keep the House? I wasn't really paying attention to the election results.
No.
You've got the Senate, but not the House.
Okay.
Yeah. Got the Senate probably gonna have 51 instead of 50 in the
Okay.
Senate. But they lost the House by a
Yeah,
little bit.
I remember there was a
All right, I'm
tight
back.
margin.
Back.
Drax, you did. It was pretty
Yeah.
miserable, actually.
Yeah, everybody got like 2,000 points
Yeah,
compared to you.
Bocine got like 1,300 or something. I mean, you're measly 700 and
okay.
some.
Right. Oh.
And
There you
sure, you,
go.
got 5
I mean, I
kills.
tried.
But Bocine got 4 with, you know.
Don't let him sit there and lie to you, Max. I
And he was.
clipped it.
Clipped it.
I saw your clip. Thank you. I appreciate it. That was a great match.
Well, especially for you and Bocine. You guys are rocking it.
Yep.
I
He's
clipped it
lethal at
and
the end of
posted
the
it not only in your DMs but also in Dark's chat, so
Everybody
everybody
can see
saw
it.
that.
Oh, so we
Oh,
won
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We won it. Oh,
came
wow.
right
I thought
down-
we were going to. I thought
Came right down to the wire at
Wow.
the end, too.
Online.
Yeah,
Okay.
you only have one leg left. It was red.
I'm going to have to watch
Yeah,
that
you'll want to
video.
watch it.
Thanks, Pen.
Did you clip the whole match?
Yeah. No, I just clipped the part where that actually showed the
Okay,
scoreboard,
so
that's
Drax,
what
if
he's
you go back
interested
and
in.
watch the stream, we're at an hour and 6 minutes in right now, so it would have probably been an hour and 50 minutes. I mean, 50, 55 minutes, probably 50 minutes is when it starts. And you can watch it on YouTube.
Last part of the
or
stream
Twitch.
was basically 2 or 3 minutes of Bosian carrying
Yeah.
by sniping with with his Shadowcat and
He
Clan
basically
Dog.
finished
Yeah, I
off
shouldn't have dropped down.
everything you hadn't killed.
When I heard they dropped down, I should have gone back up, but I was trying to sneak across to the other side.
Bosian carried hard.
Yeah, he
that
did.
those last few kills.
Wow. Oh, great match. Cool.
It's my range.
Between the two of you, you and Bosian had 9 kills.
It's pretty lethal, isn't it?
This thing's too slow, Ryan.
Sorry, I was lurking because I just got home like not even an hour ago, and I was eating the rest of the Philly that I made for dinner.
Oh,
Yeah, I just had dinner. Is Shaky
yeah,
gone?
you had to go.
One in D6.
Oh, what a pity.
Target spotted.
They didn't even have high scores on their side. They had like 400 or 600. Wow.
I'm not
I should have
reading this
clipped
thing well.
the amount of trash talking they were doing after the match.
Oh, what was that?
Dark and friends.
I was
giving
just
you
saying
a-
if I had to, make a list. Shaky was talking about how many other players are that are better than you. And I said, well, if I had to make a list of all the players that are better than Drax, I just don't. I don't know if I have enough time on my stream to do that. And
Pushing
and that
hard.
Plenty of
actually
players
none of them
better than
can.
me.
Online.
None of them come to mind, so
came for.
I
Yeah.
saved myself afterwards.
Just about everyone in 228 is better than me, dude.
Yeah,
Almost.
that doesn't mean that he.
I don't know
knows
them.
that.
I don't know anybody who's better than you.
Well, you know Jay-Z. He comes
Yeah,
in
he's better
visits
than you, but I'm not going to say that.
That
fine.
counts as one, but that's not all of them.
Airspace.
Yeah.
Online.
Sorry, I just heard that. I just heard them
Hotel
not
open
telling
on the
you
center.
what actually happened. I was like, nah, I can't let that slide.
It was a good match. Enjoyed that.
Now, if Dark had pulled off a performance like that, I'd have called hacks.
I've killed that many people before, but not usually.
Yeah, but not in an Irby.
No, never in an Irby. I think that most kills I've gotten in an Irby is probably 2.
Also, I think you're out of MRMs.
Bravo Marauders left
Am I
right,
just
about to go.
out? I didn't fire that many times. They must have destroyed them.
Online.
Moving on Delta.
I don't think I fired that many
You're not
times.
missing any. You're not missing
I
any
know.
sections of your mech.
I don't
and
get
you're-
it.
And they haven't cycled. Did they get your ammo?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty toasted now, though. I'm just not very good. This is too slow a mech. I can't maneuver.
The Stream Raiders thing is kind of blocking your ammo count, so I couldn't tell you if you were out or
Turn
not.
that off.
And so what was the name of your mech? What account are you on?
What do you mean?
What's the? I can't see your name in this. Oh, well, you were just watching his stream.
Yeah, I was watching the stream.
Oh, right. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
I was lurking.
I thought you were in the
stream.
fight. I thought you were in the fight. That's all.
No, I was lurking in this. I was lurking in the stream, and I was eating the rest of my Philly cheesesteak that I made at work, and I was.
Right.
I heard. I saw the end of the match. I heard the trash talking they were doing. And I was like, nah, I can't let that slide.
Right. Oh, thanks. Can't believe you talked behind my back like that, bloke.
I said I couldn't think of anybody that was better than you. I think I saved it pretty graciously.
There's so many people better than me at this
Yeah,
game.
but I couldn't think of anybody. That's how highly I regard you.
Okay, well, what are you really mad at? Are you mad at the comment that there was that he couldn't think of
that's not a
anybody
good
better
way to
than
go
you,
about it.
or are you mad that he?
I could shoot this guy if I had more things.
I'm not mad at all, to be honest. I'm still glowing from that match. That was an awesome match.
Yeah.
Unless you're too close.
Yeah,
We had a whole DC that whole match as well.
I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised with how work turned out tonight. It was not. It was a lot busier than I was expecting it to be, and that's a good thing, because last night's shift was terrible.
Oh, dark zone.
So I'm not sure I'm up to date with what job you're in these days, Pants. I know.
I'm a cook in a pizzeria. So
Right,
It's your dad's
I don't make
pizzeria,
the,
right?
I don't make the. Yeah, well, he runs it, but he doesn't own it. If that
yes.
makes sense.
He manages it.
So I don't make the pizzas. I make the cold subs, the hot subs.
You ever think about
wings,
opening your own
the dinners.
pizzeria restaurant slash?
Yes, we've had this conversation before. I don't want to work in the restaurant business anymore.
I just want to bring it up again.
We've had this conversation already. No.
And a personal question, and you don't have to answer it if it's not.
Yeah, I'd like to know the answer to it, though.
Have things sort of smoothed over with your sister? Because I know there was some issues
Nope,
last
not
year.
at all.
Oh, that's too bad.
Nope,
Sorry?
not at all. I will tell you exactly how. I will tell you exactly what happened.
Well, if you want to, if you're comfortable with it.
I will. I have. You already know I am open about this. I don't care.
Okay.
She up and left.
Hmm.
What I mean by that is she dumped her 2 kids on my mother
my gosh.
and left the state.
Oh my gosh.
How old is she now?
My sister?
Yeah.
27?
Okay.
That's really too bad.
Okay, she
I'm the
had a
best.
CPS. She had a Child Protective Services case against her because the person that she's dating is not a savory person. I'll put it that way. And also, the state that she was raising her children in when I was staying there was not exactly great.
Right. Okay.
So she left to dodge the CPS case. She decided it was a good idea to take a bus trip with her new boyfriend down to, well, they were trying to get to Florida, but they ended up in Virginia Beach.
So they're still in communication with you guys?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
excuse me, they're in communication with my mother, but that's
that's
it.
good. That's good.
She dumped her children, her 5-year-old daughter and her 3-year-old son on my mother and left town while pregnant.
With a third.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yeah, if you'll do
She
that.
since had the 3rd child. And I guarantee you, if she even thinks of coming back to New York State, they are going to yank that kid faster than their head will spin. Like, CPS will take that kid and stick it with my mom.
I sent you.
You sound very angry about it. You sound.
Yeah, I am mad about it because, from my perspective, when you make a kid, you take responsibility for that kid. Bar none.
I just gave it to Drax because I didn't know when you were coming back.
Oh,
Tell you
so
what.
you Hellbringer, you.
Tell you what, I'm
go ahead.
going to
James.
jump out and you guys can drop because I'm going to quit anyway. And then Hellbringer can drop with you guys. I'll just hang out and chat for a little bit.
Quitter.
Yeah, I apologize for darkening the mood a little bit, but it's like...
No, it's. I mean,
No,
I
it's
asked.
okay.
You answered.
Corsair, will you get
it's okay.
Wormskull an invite, please?
I'm not here.
So yeah, no,
Who did I
I
just
don't
give
have
the
any...
crown to then? I
Corsair?
thought it was. Oh, I gave it to Kodo
I don't have
probably.
anything good to say.
No, you
about
gave it to
the
me. I
subject
had to
of
come
my
back.
sister.
Sorry, Panzer.
So I give it to Jackson.
All right, so who am I inviting? Dark
No,
Water, right?
Wormskull, Hellbringer.
Oh, okay.
Hellbringer, did you check your PayPal account?
Sorry, Panzer. What were you saying?
Yeah, we got to talk
It's
later.
not. I have nothing to do with this. It's not my fault.
But I will talk about my niece and nephew all day long because they're great.
How old are they now?
I'm completely innocent this
5
time.
and 3.
So there. Ha.
Okay.
That's great. They still have got time to spoil.
Well, it does sound like at least
Absolutely.
they're going to be raised in a more stable environment.
Oh
which
yeah,
is important.
absolutely. My mom is great. Like she's Mason, my nephew. He's 3 years old and he likes learning. He likes learning his letters and stuff like that. Anytime there's a word in front of him, he will spell it. He will attempt to spell it out. Even if he's wrong, he will like go back through it and like name out all the letters and everything. He's getting better at talking. He's a good kid. He's getting there.
I think we can all hear the proud uncle in you, dude. It's nice.
My mom posts videos on Facebook all the time of his progress, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm proud of that kid.
That's great. I mean, I have a similar history. I won't say exactly the same circumstances, but when I was still in high school, my sister had a child. She was only a year above me, but she had a child to a man, and she was overwhelmed by it, so she ran basically.
Yeah.
And so I raised him with my mother for the first 3 years of his life. But on a good note, Solange came back. My sister came back and had sobered herself up. Whatever demons were haunting her, she sort of sought through some of them at least, and took back Alistair and raised him and had 3 more kids.
Oh, wow.
So there may be a happy ending at some point. Obviously, though, everything's sounds like it's very raw and very fresh.
Nah, in this particular case, because of the circumstances of who she's dating and what he did, she is not going to get her kids back.
Sure. Okay.
She like.
Well, I
there
mean,
is
I'm
no
not talking about
possibility.
necessarily her getting her kids back, but as an individual, like I hope that she conquers her demons, and because kids do want their mother in their life.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a real missing. It's a real missing as they get older.
The toughest thing is going to be when they get old enough to start asking questions and they want to know why mommy isn't there.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hard conversation.
Sure, but there's always hope.
I don't even know how you would even approach that conversation.
There's no
Sure.
good answer for that.
Well,
sadly.
honesty would probably be one of the most important ones, and with compassion.
Yeah.
And not
I wanna
not
be
a whole lot of
honest, but
specific
also-
detail, just enough to
Yeah.
get the idea across.
Yeah, and she may come good, mate. I mean, I'm not saying now or next year or the year after, but just like my sister did, she came good.
Yeah.
I can hope. I mean,
But she has, and I'm not just saying this to be mean or anything like that. She's legitimately lost the opportunity to be a mother to her children because of who she's dating and what they've done and what they represent. Because if she comes back to New York State, she will never be allowed to raise her children. Like the state will not allow it to happen.
Okay. But she could still be in their lives, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it sounds like they
Anyway,
couldn't
no more
go
pics of
visit
you.
her either.
Nope. Not without supervision at the very
Yeah.
least.
Did you guys drop? Good.
Yep.
Well, I should go to bed. I got get a file transfer going, and then we're getting Christmas tree tomorrow, and it's going to be a big day of festivity.
Before you
Yes.
Before you
Yeah.
run too far there, Blood
Yeah.
Marauder. Mechwarrior 5.
Yes.
You guys still doing
Yes.
that or
Monday
no?
nights. Stop laughing. Stop laughing.
Now, better question. Are you going to, when the 4th DLC releases, are you going to do that vanilla or are you going to do it modded?
I have not. We haven't crossed that bridge. We haven't got very far in this version of things.
I mean, I don't want to disrespect you, Doug.
My
but,
stream is not
yeah.
about great achievement in winning a game every level and reaching the the conclusion. It's about the journey.
I will say
Yeah.
this though: if you're
Yeah,
gonna
sure.
do a modded, playthrough, even by yourself or with other people, and you're doing co-op, the best way to start it is to do the Kestrel Lancers campaign. You get so much out of the Kestrel Lancers campaign in terms of equipment and mechs that it just makes everything significantly easier to deal with.
I do notice that Drax is able to kill a lot of different chassis on this run.
I
You're
don't-
actually
I-
doing pretty well this time, Drax. I'm just giving you a hard time. You're not living up to your namesake.
Well, the
Thanks,
problem
mate.
with the missions that you have, the modded missions and the modded biomes and stuff like that, and the modded weapons and equipment, the layout of the missions as they come up are just, they're not suited for like the standard 4 mech roster that you would get in like a Steiner playthrough or something like that. You would just fall to pieces. The whole company would fall to pieces just because you're undergunned for what you're going up against.
In the Crystal Lancers thing?
No. In like, if you're playing a modded playthrough and you're just doing like a normal playthrough, if you're doing like one of the,
I think we're doing the Crystal
the house
Lancers.
campaigns.
We're not on that particular campaign, but we've got those add-ons, and so at some point we'll get into some of those
Yeah.
campaigns. But
Drax, help.
again, we're just not.
Where are
it's- You're thinking
I'm
there's
right next to
more
one of you guys.
attention
Corsair.
to detail
Corsair's
than
next to you, I'm coming.
giving it. I
Corsair's
basically don't
there.
touch it unless I'm playing with these guys, and then we play for about an hour and a half. Then I got to go to bed.
Yeah.
So
And then another thing, the Kestrel Lancers, the actual,
There's another one there.
the writing of the Kestrel Lancers campaign is actually pretty good, as opposed to the main campaign of Mechwarrior
right.
5, which is garbage.
Right. Okay, I gotta go to bed. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the drops.
Night,
Always a
Dark.
pleasure. Be good to each other. Be kind to each other, and kill each other. I always want to say that. Just gotta stop from saying it. Kill the enemies of each other. And then everybody in chat, in Discord, Hushburger and Chromesif and Panzer. I think there was Drax, and there's other people in here too, but I think even McFish was in here. I lost some of the history. So anyway, good night, everybody. Tomorrow night I'll probably be on again. Same bat time, same bat station. This has been Ghostlands, your favorite place to waste the most important moments of your life.
Whoops.
That's right. Wasting away. Good night. Good night, guys.
There you go.
Uh-huh. Yeah, everyone's gone tonight. Sorry, Dave GT. I'm probably still streaming, but I was reading something and responding to something, and I let those guys drop because I have to go to bed. I'll be on tomorrow night, though. So I just forgot to turn it off because, you know, it's so important. What I'm doing is so important. Good night, everybody. That's pretty funny. Not surprising, but pretty funny. And now I'm doing the start stream instead of the end stream. Also not surprising, but pretty funny. Here we go. Good night again, Crumpsus.